Hi everyone, and welcome back to online tutorials. We will be continuing our series on on life coaching. In the previous video in Unit 6, we were talking about the coaching using positive psychology. In today's unit, which is Unit 7, we'll be talking about developing a vision and visualization. Okay, so first of all, in order to establish goals in life, it's important that a client has a vision. A vision is like a long-term goal, showing a bigger picture of how you like to live your life, which includes the mission statement, which we spoke about in the previous video. If you haven't seen that video, do click on the link in the description. Now, to get your clients to develop a vision, they need to create a compelling future for themselves, and you need to ask a few questions. You might want to note these down. Where would you live? Have them describe them as much detail as possible. How much will you be earning? What would you actually be doing? Describe a typical day or week. What does your leisure time look like? Who are you with? What else would your perfect life include? What would you eliminate from your life? Now, you have all these visions of what you want to do, but it's very important to assess the motives for doing something. This is important to achieving your life goals and ultimately your vision. If your motives don't belong to you, for example, they're inherited from your parents or they're socially prescribed, then you're less likely to achieve them. That's here, understand your motives, and the action is what is visualization. We'll switch in between those two, visualization and motives. So what actually is visualization? Well, simply it's an imagination, but to get to that imagination, it's a process of relaxing your body, your mind, and using imagery to train the brain. It's important to get very comfortable when you're doing your visualization exercise with your customer. Sorry, not your customer, your coachee, or if you're a coach and you want to practice yourself. So first, get comfortable by removing any distractions and relax in a safe and secure environment where you'll not be disturbed. Some people find listening to relaxing music from YouTube clips as aid for this. Now going back to motives, so we've got the visualization. Now what's the motives for this? Every action we take has a preceding motive. We're motivated into action because of our values and the motive that leads us. Because almost all actions are a result of motivation, be this in life choices that we make for relationships or career, family. Challenging motives can shift things so that you can begin to be, or you can take a more authentic approach. In this sense, we have to assess our motives wisely. Inauthentic motives will compromise your sense of fulfillment. Remember, if your motives for achievement are externally prescribed, that means if someone pushes it onto you, you're less likely to achieve them. If your motives are about receiving external gratification or approval, you'll always resent the path you lead. So, first you need to visualize, create actions, and then what are the motives for those actions. It's a key thing that a lot of movie stars or sports champions do. First, they start off with visualization. Using visualization, you can develop your life vision. And what you need to do in this visualization exercise is aim bigger. Aim big and set goals and dreams. You're always visualizing, and it's a natural day-to-day process. But, which is, for example, you visualize what you want to wear or eat before you actually do so, because it's natural. We can harness the skill now to focus on our dreams. That's what visualization means in this context, between the coach and the coachee. Now, what should you do when you're visualizing? I want you to use your senses. What do you see? Who's there? What's happening? Look around, take in the details. When you're speaking to your coachee, you want them to, when they're visualizing, ask them these questions. Also, ask them what are they hearing. So what do you hear? What are you saying? What are others saying? What are the sounds that are there in the background? Finally, during the visualization exercise, You also want to know what they feel. So ask the client or coachee what you feel. What do you feel? What can you reach out and touch? How do you feel? How do others feel? You can also use other senses such as smell and taste where appropriate. Now using this, your subconscious mind acts on thought impulses. It can create a physical realities from those impulses, and that's what they say when you make your own luck, because that's actually true. Visualization actually creates this subconscious mind. So in this visualization exercise, we just spoken about visualizations, the actions you need to take, and what's the motive behind those actions to actually make those visualization goals come true. We'll talk about modelling. I'm not talking about modelling on the catwalk. If they can do it, so can I. So that's the mantra for modelling. It's something as a baby you're an expert at modelling, but now as adults we kind of forgot that, and it's a lost skill. I'll tell you what successful modelling is. 1, you identify a specific skill or behaviour and you want to reproduce. You find a person who's successful at a specific skill or behaviour, you observe them and notice what they do and how they do it. Then you question them about the skill and behaviour into detail until you understand what they do, the process and how they do it, and why they do it. Then you reproduce that skill or behaviour in the modelling process, and then check if your process works. So that's something we really do well as a child, and when we're learning things. It's something we need to re-implement back into our lives. Finally, to conclude on this visualization unit, it's important that once you have this visualization, you actually have a plan. I like to put down a 5-year plan. You want to write this down. Your overall vision is your grand plan, and you need steps to achieve this. To achieve it, you need to chunk it down, and we mentioned this in previous units of chunking it down into monthly, weekly, and daily targets, as well as having a to-do list to keep track of weekly or daily goals. And that's it from me for this small unit. On the next unit, which will be Unit 8, we will be talking about the perfect coaching session. Hope to see you all then.